A list of the topics, themes, and subject matter for the episode can be found in the chat or description below.
The three of us, we are soldiers. My girls are better than your girls, 'cause they're not really girly girls, like a girly girl, they're really cool, not that shallow. Cool, not that shallow. My girls are better than your girls, 'cause they're not really girly girls, like a girly girl, they're really cool, not that shallow. The three of us, we are soldiers. We got soul. The three of us, we are soldiers. The three of us, we are soldiers. The three of us, we got soul, we are soldiers.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Fabian Lille, and hopefully not for the last time, this is Midnight Rush. I'm your storyteller, and let's thank Hero Forge for a wonderful season. We would like to thank our sponsor, HeroForge.com. HeroForge.com has enabled us to bring you Midnight Rush to your very homes. And without them, we wouldn't be here. If you haven't heard it yet, HeroForge.com offers kit bashing. It is a new feature for pro subscribers that levels up the customization on HeroForge.com. The vast array of items and features that can be placed anywhere on the Mini, users have more freedom than ever before to create bespoke miniatures that represent their characters' unique personalized stories. Kit bashing allows you to add up to 20 more items onto your Mini, with each individual item having independent scaling, rotation, and movement. Minis themselves now have greater customization with kit bashing, including more granular hand and finger positioning, independently posable legs and feet, and scaling for individual body parts. Items added to the Mini via kit bashing can be nested together into folders in the kit bashing menu on the right side of the screen, which allows them to be scaled and moved as one unit. Kit bashed minis can be purchased in any form currently available on Hero Forge, including both physical products and such as color printed plastic or color standees, as well as the digital products such as STLs. Visit HeroForge.com and make your Mini today. Thanks, Hero Forge. This was really fun, and let's get to meeting our hunters.
Hi everybody, I'm Ambrose. I go by any all pronouns, and I have played Adrian Waters, who goes by he, they pronouns, turned into a vampire, and hopefully he doesn't have to deal with final death this time.
Hey guys, it's Laurel. I am playing Tinny, or Tincher, not Tinnifer. And I just want to thank all of y'all for hanging out with us for this one.
Hello, I'm Stelluna on Twitch, Stelluna TV on all other social media. Today I am playing Coralie. We both use she, they pronouns.
Hello, everybody. I'm Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. I will be playing Chanyo Huang, our beat-em-up guy. I don't know.
Last we left off, our hunters did the ballsy thing. They did their preparations. They made sun bombs with jet. They had a bunch of weapons shipped to them. And Adrian, for the first time ever, fed successfully without killing anybody. Hell yeah. But they couldn't stay patient any longer. They chose to bring the fight to Austin Collins. After all the preparations were done, they headed to Stardust, which is a gentleman's club in Midtown near the pier on the west side. As they go in, they take charge. They take out a bunch of ghouls, kindred, and it just happened. All their alarms went off. David realized what was happening and called everybody to attention. A brawl happened on the dance floor, and with basically the 4 hunters trying to take David down, Jet had to step in to take care of his own business. Freeing the hunters up, they run to Austin Collins's private room, where there he visits a stripper named Ginger. The 4 of you now stand in front of this door. It is generically designed as it would be in a gentleman's club. A heart in the middle, frosted glass. What do you guys do?
How many people are in the room?
So, consulting the video feed, you find that there are 2 gentlemen in there, and Ginger sitting there nonchalantly, waiting for things to settle down.
I think Chunyul and Tinny should kick the door down together.
Yeah, perfect.
Very romantic. As you kick down this door, the hinges fly off, and inside you see this pink hue lighting where one man to your left is standing in attention, ready to fight if you charge in. And Austin Collins is just standing there, his hands by his hips, just looking like he's excited to see all of you. Well. If it isn't the missing hunters. I was wondering when you guys would show up. You guys have something for me?
I don't know why you look so smug. I'd look a lot more scared if I were you.
Call it years of experience, little lady.
Ew.
We're gonna kill you in front of your bitch.
How dare you? You don't even know who you're talking about.
That's the point.
You called me little lady. You don't even know who you're talking about. And I kind of like flinch at him.
He doesn't show any form of nervousness or any care at all. And you see Ginger said, Pop, can you just finish this quick and we can ask about turning me?
Pop?
Did she just say pop?
I think she just said pop.
Excuse my granddaughter here.
Oh.
Ugh, Tinny does like a shiver and she goes, oh, I thought this was a very different situation. Ginger, is it?
Yeah?
Why do you want to turn so bad?
Wouldn't you want to stay young forever?
Jesus Christ, we're not going through this again. I pull out my gun.
As you pull out your gun, you just hear Austin say, Pierre, take care of that for me, please. And Pierre, who you assume is the gentleman next to him, lunges towards you, Chanyo.
To clarify, I would like to still have, not necessarily the edge that I have with the Repel the Unnatural, but I have my 2 perks. I have a damage increase and a creature specialization, so I'm going to get a 2 dice bonus dealing with the vampires in this room. So, would love to start shooting this vampire in the face.
make that a 3 dice bonus, as your aggravated damage has given you a shot of adrenaline.
Does that resolve firearms?
So resolve in firearms, yes.
I do think if anyone's charging towards Chunyol and Tinny, Tinny has also gotten her 2 pistols with incendiary bullets out.
Tinny, roll the same thing, without the bonuses, of course, but let's see if you hit.
Okay, I have 1 more willpower left, so I'm not going to use that. I got 4 successes.
So with 4 successes, you immediately shoot him. You graze him, and he takes superficial damage. As you see, you damage this lovely, like, tweed jacket, and he kind of tries to bat the gun out of your hand. Can you roll me, like, maybe strength and athletics to keep your grip on your gun?
6.
6. He tries to lay a chop on your wrist to kind of drop the gun, but you see this coming and you block him with pretty much the meaty part of your forearm, and you're easily able to still hold on to your firearm. Tinny, you wanted to shoot over at Austin.
Yeah, I think what I had pictured was I was shooting at him as he was charging forward, but I guess since that's happened, I think Tinny would probably kind of slide around and shoot him from behind while he's fucking with Chanyol. And I've got my incendiary bullets. I got 1 crit success. Jesus. Yeah, 110. And then 4 successes other than that.
So 5 successes. With 5 successes, Tinny, you are able to just hit him in the back, and he takes significant aggravated damage. I need you to roll me real quick, like a dexterity and athletics, as he swings back to kind of swat you away.
Almost all successes. It was 4 successes.
Okay. You kind of still yourself. You see the movement of this man, and you anticipate the hit. You dodge out of the way, and you feel behind you someone grab your collar and kind of chuck you to one of the seats within the room, and it's Austin.
Hey!
Kind of... You don't take any damage, but it kind of separates you.
No fair.
Adrian, Coralie, what are you guys doing?
Because I'm seeing it as like, hey, Coralie has nearly died last time, and we're entering a room of kindred. So I think that Adrian is focusing on making sure that like they're protected specifically. So, and also like, hey, I'm going to provide support. They are deploying Wick right now, which they never got to use Wick. And for reasons, because they watched movies according to a certain little sister of theirs, has been strapped with, I think submachine guns specifically, and they are trained on, I'm gonna say Austin, because that seems to be the bigger threat.
And are you firing?
And also firing on. Yeah.
The minor issue is this room is quite small.
Oh.
It's a specialty room. It's a private room for a gentleman's club. So as you're doing this, roll me your technology and your wits or resolve. And you will take a 2 dice penalty to this just because of the size of the room, making sure that you don't hit Tinny or Chanyol or the bystander, which is Ginger. Unless you don't care about Ginger. But
do I care about Ginger? I don't think he cares about. He would normally care about Ginger, but knowing that knowing that like you probably had something to do with this in terms of killing my grandmother, I probably don't care about
An eye for an eye.
Yeah, is feeling that way. So yes, I don't care about the penalty. Like I don't know if that changes the penalty, but I'm like at least
It doesn't really change the penalty, but it changes how I would
okay. All right. So
distribute the submachine gun fire.
that's fair. That is absolutely fair. 6 and a 7, that makes it 5. There's no specials or anything like that. So
Okay, with 5 successes, you see the rest of you hear echo around you, and maybe for you, Chanyeol, this kind of discombobulates you a little bit, where the rapid fire of the Uzis that are attached to Wick kind of alight next to you, and you see it hit basically wall, and you see that it finds purchase on 2 things. One at Ginger and one at Austin. You see that Ginger takes one to the shoulder and she starts to freak out and she starts to hide behind a couch. Austin sees this and with a rage charges. Can you roll me a dexterity and technology roll?
a 10, a 6, an 8, and a 7.
10, 6, 8, 7. That's 4 successes. You try and maneuver Wick, but the vampiric nature and power gave Austin a little bit of an edge. You see him snatch this drone from the air, rip the guns out, and throw your drone onto the ground with a sickening thud as pieces just scatter along the floor. Ginger, honey, you all right? Pop, I got hit. And you see his eyes go bloodshot with rage.
Adrian sees it, and there's a moment of just blank expression, no expression whatsoever. It doesn't go in any direction, and waits for the rage to hit. And then a smirk comes across in response, and those eyes sharpen. It's like, kind of sucks when someone that you care about gets killed or hurt, doesn't it?
Kinda does. And he looks over to Tinny. And as he charges over to Tinny, I will let you guys react. Coralie, you wanted to do something?
Coralie picks up the door hinge that broke off and she just throws it at Austin Collins.
It hits him in the face. It doesn't really do much.
No, it doesn't. Coralie hides.
And he starts to walk over to Tinny.
Tinny's like guns up.
Tinny, lumbering kindred is in front of you right now.
Yeah, I think my initial reaction is I already have my guns in my hands. I'm aware that I have one of those bombs in my pocket, actually probably strapped to my leg, but I think that the first thing I do is I see him coming, I'm gonna shoot at him. I'm gonna lay into him.
Roll me your resolve in firearms, please.
I'm gonna use willpower. Oh my god, I did not succeed once.
Okay.
Okay, 3 successes and 1 crit.
You see him take a bullet basically to the chest. Another one almost grazes him, and another one passes him. And you see he takes it as if it just doesn't really affect him as much. And he says, "You dumb pieces of shit making me hungry, and how about you let go of those toys?" I'm gonna need you to roll me intelligence and resolve, please.
Oh, well, 4 successes. All the dice were successes.
For a moment, his voice echoes in your mind, and you feel your grip kind of loosening. And then you just squeeze. You're just like, no.
I go, nice try. I've talked to a lot of shitty people in my life. You're not going to convince me of shit.
And you see his jaw extend. And you start to see his fangs. And before he bites down, Chanyol, you wanted to do something?
Absolutely. I am gonna grab him from behind in almost this headlock. I'm gonna get my grappling going, and I'm gonna attempt to like basically wrestling power move like him down onto the ground.
Okay. Roll me strength and brawl.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 successes.
And you were able to kind of run in and grab him by the neck and kind of jump away with him. And as the two of you guys fall over, Pierre tries to follow.
Corley, get the doves!
Oh shit. Corley dives out of the room and reaches for the remote that will release the doves and just jams the button.
Okay, roll me resolve and technology, please.
Ooh. Oh. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. One of them was a crit.
Okay. These birds will arrive in one more turn. You start to hear, as you press the button, flapping wings from afar. And you know that shortly you will have your support. Back to Adrian. You wanted to strike Pierre with your hands.
Yeah, like raised above his head, intertwined fingers. It seems like I'm assuming Pierre's like walking towards, is like tunnel vision focused on like getting to Tinny.
These are things that are happening really quickly. So he turns his back away from you, and you can easily, if you want.
Yeah, very much. And I'm blood buffing as well while I'm doing this.
Before anything, do your blood buff. So make a rouse check. And you're buffing strength, I assume.
Yes. Oh, that's a 10. Okay, so then yay. Woo.
Okay, so you don't get hungrier. Roll your strength and brawl, please.
6, 6, 6, 9. Yeah.
You strike him down, and he now notices you. And he looks up with a smile. You're familiar.
Oh, really?
You have a sister.
I punch him in the face. Like immediately. Like it's like barely even gets out. You have a punch him in the face immediately.
I would say this is like a reactive action. So I would say like it doesn't really do any damage. You see a little blood trickle down his nose. And he just cocks his head. Lucky one, isn't she? The old lady, though, not so much.
I will kill you if you keep talking.
So, Chanyol just pulls this guy away from you. And roll me real quick. Dexterity and athletics.
Alright. Dexterity and athletics. 2 successes.
2 successes. You get hit by a shoe.
Oh, ow!
And you see Ginger start to, while holding her shoulder, start to run out.
Who throws a shoe, honestly?
Fuck you, bitch! And just runs out and sees you, Coralie.
I'll trip her as she comes running out.
No test needed. She just falls on her face.
I'm gonna sit on her upper back so she can't get up.
You try to do that, but before you do, you notice her pull out one of those kitty key rings with the spikes. And we'll get to that in a bit. Chanyol. Chanyol, I need you to roll me strength and athletics, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
He grabs you by the hair and pulls back. It feels like you're having whiplash with the force. And he stands you up. And he just, like an old-timey British boxer, just sinks one into your jaw. You take 2 aggravated damage.
Okay. I'm still good.
Your knees buckle as, for the first time, you go toe-to-toe with an actual kindred. Full-blooded, non-Duskborn kindred. His fist feels like a sack of bricks on your chin. The world around you, you finally see 2. And you can retaliate if you'd like.
Absolutely.
Roll me your strength and brawl.
Tinny's watching this, like, absolutely scared out of her mind. It's like when it was her, she didn't care as much, but seeing this happen to Chunyol's freaking her out.
Another 6 successes.
Okay, 6 successes. You're able to deal significant damage as he doesn't even dodge. He takes your fist and just moves his cheek slightly. You see your brass knuckle burn into his face a little bit. And like some adrenaline junkie, just, yes, that's more like it. And he is rearing to go. There is significant damage that is done, but he is quite up there.
I think I want to keep him fighting more than one person at once so that he's a little distracted.
Okay.
I guess it's the pistols that have the incendiary bullets, so I'm going to keep with the pistols. I'm going to just keep shooting in the back of his head while he's facing Chunyol.
As you shoot, roll me resolve in firearms again.
4 successes.
4 successes. You hit him in the back again, but he just takes it. And he says, "Well, little missy, I think you should sit the fuck down. And I need you to roll me again. Intelligence and resolve."
1 crit success, 1 regular success.
His aura just resonates from him. And you feel your knees buckle as you sit down.
What the fuck?
Adrian, see this guy holding his nose, just takes out a knife and starts to pretty much assault you with it. Roll me dexterity and athletics as he is trying to stab you and slice.
Okay. Okay. I don't have a lot in that. It'll be fine.
You see him slice once, you avoid it. He catches it, kind of lets go and catches it, and stabs you in the side. And you take 2 superficial damage. You are kindred.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine.
And he whispers to you, that old lady begged for her life. I suppose she was someone you cared about?
Adrian dips his head and takes a moment. And it feels like something is just bubbling up. It starts in his chest and it just spreads from there. And when he was human, it felt more like, hey, I'm going to repress rage or anger or to do a walk about it or do something else about it. But this feels different, and it feels demanding. It feels like his hunger unleashing without his permission. And I don't think that he wants to let it, like, to hide that. Not now, not in this exact moment. I don't think he does.
And as the rage takes over, you start to hear cracking and tearing as your skin starts to shed, as your neck elongates and your limbs grow slightly longer. What are you gonna do now?
His shoulders to me. Can I, like, dislocate his shoulder immediately?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I do that, like, without thinking.
Strength and brawl, and I would say with this whole frenzy, do it with a 3-die bonus.
10, 9, 6, 4. 4 successes.
4 successes. 4 successes, you easily just push. Tinny, as you're looking over at Adrian, you see that there is some form of change to them. And you see them easily dislocate this other guy's shoulder.
I think Tinny lets out a little scared yelp and then remembers that is her friend. And she yells out, "We trust you, Adrian. You can do this. Kick his ass!"
But Adrian doesn't seem to hear you. Coralie outside, Ginger is trying to punch you with this kind of spiked knuckle, cat knuckle.
I want to try to use my medical training and all of my doctor studies to try to dislocate her arm.
You could also go for her open wound on her shoulder.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Coralie is going to try to reach over and dig her thumb into the wound and use that as a moment of opportunity to essentially, like, wrangle Ginger down to the ground.
Intelligence and medicine, please.
Or I'm gonna use 1 willpower. 5, 6. That's 6 successes.
Okay. 6 successes. You plunge your thumb within the bullet hole. And you pretty much, with the training from Chanyol, from Adrian, from Tinny, you're able to dislocate her shoulder. And she bites your arm. So you take 1 superficial damage.
Ow! Fuck!
And she just yells, "You bitch!" And she just, like, pushes you away with her foot, and the two of you land on the ground. And she tries to, like, climb on you, and a scuffle begins.
Yeah. You smell like shit.
You start to hear beating wings And you see these doves flutter around this warehouse-like thing. And you see over Adrian's head, a few of them kind of fly into the room. And you see Austin kind of freeze in fear, kind of tense up. And you see there is a huge opportunity here, Chanyol, to do something about it.
Brass knuckles in hand, this guy's face, so smug, his voice, everything. Whatever he's doing to Tinny, he is able to affect with his voice. So I need to, in some way, gratuitously rip and tear out his fucking throat.
Tearing out the throat might be really hard, but if you want to try, sure.
No, less so that, but grazing with my brass knuckles, at least, like getting in there, at least puncturing his neck,
Okay, strength and brawl.
Okay, this is gonna be a ton. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You still yourself, and with the two images of the world uniting as one, you find your target, and your fist finds its purchase. You see him as it sizzles and burns. You clock him in the neck, and he stumbles back. He grabs one of the doves and kind of smashes it on the ground. And you see another one the other one just flies out. Because of how small the area is and because of the distance from the main dance floor, there's not anything that comes, but it got you that opening you needed. Tinny, you feel that your knees are lighter and you can move and you can stand now. But before that, Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian, you take the knife and kind of wrapping around his neck, you pull him back and you stab. And you stab one more time. And you pull up all the way to his neck. You have a final word here.
There's cameras in the room, right?
Yeah.
Say hi to my sister for me.
And you pull up the knife, and with a squelching noise, you pull the head off the body, and you face it to the camera. And as the body falls down to the ground, it starts to turn into ash, crumble. A heavy breathing starts to well within you. The smell of blood is in the air. I'm gonna go back to that. Tinny, you have an opportunity. You've seen what Adrian did, but also Austin, still a well threat.
I'm gonna yell, Adrian, if you can hear me, get out! And I'm gonna keep shooting until Adrian's out of the room.
Roll me resolve and firearms again.
I'm gonna use willpower.
Okay.
Okay, that's 4 successes and a crit. One of the 4 is a crit.
You lay into him, and bit by bit you start to see his skin burn. And
Are you scared yet?
I need you to roll me dexterity and athletics.
2 successes.
He grabs your wrist and you hear a snap.
Ah!
And he just smacks you, and you kind of find yourself at the foot of Adrian. Chanyeol, what are you doing? You see this all happening.
I am gonna take a page from my best friend who is not currently with us in the same mind space. There's like this haze of just adrenaline and fighting, and seeing Tinny on the floor, Coralie hiding, and Adrian not himself. The thing that I was afraid of. But as Austin, again, he pulls his focus away from me, I am just gonna try and the hands that surge forward are just, they want to wring the neck and just snap it, or like break or bend it backwards. Just whatever he can do in this angle, essentially, to just like break the neck is what he wants to do.
With everything in Austin's vampiric arsenal, you get to his neck and you have your fingers around it, and it seems that it's like choking a log. It is impossible to snap this person's neck, but the rage that you feel right now, it compels you to do so. And he says, well, little boy, we could have dealt with this real easy, real smooth if you just gave us the stone.
Stone's gone.
And gives you a quick punch in the gut. Roll me something different this time. Resolve and strength.
Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
You take it, and you don't take any damage, but like as he punches you, you feel the wind knocked out of you. You still your resolve to still keep holding on to his neck. He says, did I hear you correctly? Am I gonna have to beat the snot out of you, kid?
You can beat me all you like. That doesn't change the fact or the reality that your whole mission this whole time is over.
Adrian, roll me resolve and willpower, please. Your remaining willpower, not your total.
It's a 2.
As you feel your hand go light as the weight of this Pierre's head leaves your palm, you start to smell blood again. You look down at your feet. And a defenseless, well, not so defenseless, but a pleading face looks at you.
I think everything's moving in real slow motion for Tinny right now. And she just looks at Adrian and thinks about the conversation they had before we got here. And she says, "You're not a monster. But I can't defend myself against you."
With a lovely plea that goes on deaf ears, Adrian, you see yourself grabbing Tinny by the collar, pulling them up. Tinny, the swiftness of the action sends a shock of pain from your wrist all the way to your shoulder. You see that your wrist is bent out of proportion. It's definitely broken. And as you look up, a pair of fangs sinks into your neck. Adrian, without control, takes a sip. Take 2 aggravated damage.
I think Tinny screams, but it's not like anything y'all have ever heard from her before.
The pain subsides as a kindred's bite turns quickly into bliss. You feel comfort. You feel warmth and protection. Like nothing can harm you. It's very disarming.
I think Tinny is just kind of looking at Adrian in shock and confusion.
Coralie, outside of the room, you see Ginger still trying to fight. She's throwing these punches that don't really make purchase. What do you do?
Coralie is going to grab a fistful of her hair and then bash her face against the ground until she stops moving. Not to kill her, but to try to like disorient her and tire her out.
Roll me strength and brawl.
That's 2 dice. That's 0 successes.
She kind of fights you. She also does not have... It's kind of like a stalemate, and you guys are just on the ground, kind of struggling.
Oh, we grab each other's hair and we're just struggling. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Chanyol, you're starting to see that Adrian is starting to feed.
It is a second too long. I don't even blame Austin Collins for potentially coming after me. But my hands are where they are at the moment. How is he looking?
He is propped up by rage and annoyance, looking at you like you are this insignificant insect that he wants to get rid of.
Chanyol knows he needs to get rid of the monster that is in front of him first. He can't go for something. He, for whatever reason, thinks that I'll be able to handle Adrian after this, whatever that fucking looks like. I'm gonna take out the light bomb that I have wherever on my person, and it needs to go inside of Austin Collins' face. And I'm just going to make the attempt here to just like shove it inside of his mouth, this vampire's distended jaw and face. It just needs to go in there. Stop talking, stop looking at me.
Strength and brawl, please.
Yeah, okay. There's that. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Do you want to use your willpower?
To be impaired? Absolutely. All successes, so that's 11.
You take all your might and you grapple this and you grab him by the jaw and shove this blood bag down his throat. you start to see him panic, and he throws you down. Take a superficial damage as he smashes you down on the table. The wind knocked out of you, and what you see now is a panicked Austin Collins clawing at his neck and at his jaw, and a light emitting from the inside of his skull. And in an instant, like a photograph flash, his head just explodes, but not in gore, but in dust. Adrian, this brief light hits the side of you that is facing this whole ordeal. And you start to get burns on your body and on your face. But it doesn't matter. You're feeding. You're hungry. Roll me your resolve and willpower. But this time, you need to get 2 successes.
Alrighty. Thank you. I appreciate that. That is 10, a 7, 8, and a 7. So 4.
Okay. With 4 successes and 3 superficial with 4 successes and 3 aggravated damage from the light bomb.
Okay.
You start to let go of Tinny. The pain sears through you. It's unbearable. Tinny, you hold your wound. You push it just like Coralie would instruct you. You're in no more danger of a kindred, but the only danger now is bleeding out.
I think Tinny is still in shock that Adrian bit her, and I think she scoots back on her butt to the wall and reaches into her backpack to try to find something to cover her wound. But she can only use one hand, so
Easily you can find like kind of gauze, and then you can kind of like shoddily tape it and hold it together. At a distance, you can hear gunshots disappearing and sirens. Outside, Coralie and Ginger are still scuffling.
Coralie starts to get tired from fighting and is going to try to run away from Ginger.
She still chases him. She chases after you.
She's chasing me?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I take a scalpel from my medical bag and I hold it in between us.
She kind of stops. She's kind of limping because she has only one shoe on.
They took him out already. What are you gonna do? You can't do anything.
She starts to realize that her grandfather's just dead. She falls to her knees and she starts sobbing. I don't want to go back to dancing anymore. Fuck!
Coralie puts the scalpel away. She gives up in trying to even offer anything consoling to this person. and then literally walks around Ginger and tries to run back to the room.
She's yelling, having a tantrum for you to get back. You're just ignoring her. Adrian, you come to the changes shift back. It's over. Austin Collins is dead.
I think that like he takes a moment because like he saw everything but wasn't in control either. All that fight, all that like chaos, and it kind of comes to a lull with like a photography pop, which is ironic, kind of. He looks at Tinny and purposefully distances himself. Like, definitely takes several steps back after that.
I'm covered in this vampire dust. And I look sort of behind you, see the state of Tinny, see Corley coming in, see you, Adrian, beginning to step away, and I just sort of march towards you. Literally every, not bone in my body, but every sense that I have is just dulled and tired, and my arms, despite how broad and despite how clearly still agile, muscular, whatever Tunyel has, everything has been taken out of him, but he still makes the effort to like grab you, Adrian, punches you in the face, and he drags you towards Tinny. Make her stop bleeding.
Are you stupid?
Make her stop bleeding, Adrian. You're the fucking stupid one.
Takes one to know one. And then like leans over and quickly trying to disconnect from the actual act of like drinking it all, licking to stop the bleeding.
You see the wound slowly close.
And like quickly pulls away as soon as he's done. And then like does that whole like get your hands off me like shrug.
Stop it, both of you.
I nearly fucking killed you.
I'm okay. I am not helpless.
I know that.
You needed to do what you needed to do to get the other guy.
I lost it. I'm sorry. He's the one that killed her. He was saying a lot of shit. I'm sorry.
I know.
Whatever, okay? Corley.
Hey. If no one is bleeding out anymore, great. We need to get out of here. There are police coming.
Corley, I think my wrist is broken. And then Tinny finally starts to cry.
Oh,
it hurts.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Where are Jet and Wendy?
Corley will rush over and then start to make like a quick splint, basically, for your wrist. I don't know. I didn't see them on the way back.
Fuck, we just gotta go.
Waterways, now.
Okay.
You get to the waterways, and unfortunately, whatever the plans that you saw were outdated.
I think Tinny's gonna look at the cameras then. She's gonna pull out her device and look at all the cameras to see if she can figure out where we could go.
All the cameras, the sirens are far enough. Probably have time to get out from where you came from.
Is there a visual on our other allies in here?
All the other cameras outside of like the hallways are down.
Okay. We just have to go out the main way, guys. Come on.
All right. Quickly.
You guys run towards the entrance, and you look around, Corley. Eventually, you just have to just go the same way. And the four of you see there just Wendy. Just sitting on the ground by themselves.
No. No.
What the fuck are you doing, Wendy? We gotta go. Where's literally everyone else?
You walk up to her, and she's holding what seems to be a necklace. You start to see next to her is Jet's Howery with the snake symbol, and his clothes just there, stained in blood and burnt, half of it. You see Wendy has also sustained some burns. You see the whole dance floor. Jenna is dead. The bouncers, the other people that you came with, the humans are just pools of blood with dead eyes staring into nothing. You see blood dripping from the ceiling and just dust everywhere. Wendy looks up and just says, "He's gone.
Wendy,
He's gone."
I know. But we gotta go.
We gotta go.
You see her face just filled with blood.
I think Tinny goes to hug Wendy.
Doesn't really move. You start to see next to her is like this silver knife and like this white kind of outfit that is scorched and burned and filled with blood.
I'm gonna squeeze her, and I'm gonna grab all the things with the one good hand, and I'm squeezing her with my bad arm, and I'm gonna try to just lift her up. We gotta go. We gotta go.
She starts to walk, and as she's walking, she just lets out the loudest yell and cry. She starts sobbing as she's walking with you guys. Dripping from her face is more blood.
I'm gonna hand all the stuff over to Coralie so I can prop myself back under Chunyol.
Orly will take the things and hover close to Wendy. Come on, we've gotta go. We've gotta go.
And as you exit, you start to see ambulances and fire trucks come in, pull in. And you see EMTs come out. "We got survivors! We got survivors!" And they rush to you guys. And they pretty much kind of pull you guys to each ambulance. They put you guys in one, and they start treating you.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine.
"Ma'am, clearly your wrist is broken. We need to treat that." And they start treating all of you. And we're going to fast forward about a few hours. You notice them looking at Adrian precariously, and you see kind of like a head nurse talking to what seems to be a law enforcement officer. And you see this guy just look at Adrian, just talk to the nurse, and the nurse leaves. The officer looks at the four of you, well, the five of you, and just walks away. You start to hear on the TV in the hospital You start to hear on the TV on the hospital a gas leak breaks out in Midtown.
They're already covering it up.
Yeah.
They work fast.
I imagine they have to.
You start to see Wendy just stand up and walk. And she looks like she's just about to leave.
Wait. Wendy.
She turns around.
Chet was the best of all of us. And you don't have to go through the rest of this alone. We all had this very big bonding experience together.
She looks at Adrian. Sun's about to rise. We should get going.
Yeah.
We'll meet all of you back at the house after we wrap up here.
Okay. Like, slowly stands.
Chanyel doesn't look at Adrian or Wendy as they leave.
Doesn't either.
Orly will walk out with them to their vehicle. Get back safe, okay?
You too.
They might need some time.
You know I don't blame them, right?
Yeah. And I hope that you know that there's a part of them that won't blame you too. It's just a lot, you know?
I know. But rest up. I'll see you later.
I reach over and squeeze Adrian's elbow. It's gonna be okay.
He looks down at the squeeze, like pats your hand that squeezed it, and nods. I know. See you.
Wendy hails a cab. The two of you enter.
Orly will go look for a vending machine and purposefully take her time before getting back to Chanyol and Tinny, just to give them some time to talk. Because a lot has happened. Honestly, she could use some space too.
Chanyol, I think from whatever, bed or IV situation he has, he promptly just starts taking shit off of him.
What are you doing?
Hobbles over to your bed, Tinny.
I'm fine. And Tinny's been kind of rubbing at the spot on her neck.
He sits next to you and he needs to hold or touch you. He just needs to he just grabs onto the good hand that you have, and he just settles in, the weight of the hospital bed sinking between the both of you. And he's shaking.
Tinny will lean in so that it can be more of a cuddle, more of a hug. I'm fine. I didn't want to hurt Adrian, but I would have if I had to. I knew that he would stop. I knew he had the strength. I'm okay. I'm kind of running my good hand through your hair. I'm okay.
That doesn't make the experience that I had when I saw just you falling down to the ground and then just not being able to do anything because of the main guy that we all said that we would set out to kill together. Tinny.
You stop that. You couldn't do anything. You finished it all. You saved us all. You did that.
And then Adrian caps it off by being the monster.
Adrian's not the monster, and you know it. I know you're mad. But if Adrian hadn't lost control, we would have had another vampire to deal with. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of you. I know it's scary to watch people you care about get hurt. It was scary watching you get hurt. Real fucking scary. But I'm proud of you for finishing him off. You're kind of a badass, and she kind of gives you like a little light punch with her good hand.
He's still just so conflicted and angry in the moment. Like it's still the jabs and the smiling, even though it like there is this like warmth all over his body, seeing how fine, like how okay you are. But it's just the betrayal that he takes the entire situation to be. He doesn't fully understand that it wasn't something that Adrian could stop, but at the same time, of course he does.
Listen, maybe you've lost trust in Adrian, but I hope that you haven't lost trust in me. I would have taken him out if I had to. I was never in any real danger. And he loves you like a brother. That's gonna hurt him, well, for eternity. You only have to live with it for, you know.
I'm not thinking that far ahead because I'm not dead. I'm not walking dead.
I think at this point, Tinny just kind of hugs you. She throws her hands around your neck. We are okay. And it's over. Now we can do the happy shit. And she grabs you by both of your sides of your face and she says, "Can we do some happy shit?"
I think his face at that point does contort into just like the tearful confusion that everyone has seen so many times before, over money, over, for Adrian, over girls, or any other sort of confusing romantic exploit. Deep, puppy eyebrows and just tears beginning to well up at either corner. He's right in front of me all the time, and I miss him. And I just don't know what it's gonna be in this world to forgive him, to not do that, to never see him again. But in that split second, if things went not in our favor, I was gonna lose you, and I was gonna lose him. And I'm really glad that it's so easy for you, but I need some more time.
It's not easy for me. But I don't want to lose either of you either. So you take as much time as you need. But I'm gonna be right here, and I'm gonna try to make sure that you're doing happy shit.
I think he just collapses just into your hands and near your face so that we can touch foreheads, and it's just this mix of whispering, I miss him, I'm sorry, and there is a moment where he pulls away, not too far away, but our lips sort of lingering, fluttering close enough together, and he says, I love you.
Well, obviously I love you too. And she kisses him.
Yeah.
Orly ends up not coming back to the room. She finds the vending machine and she starts putting money into it, and she's having trouble with the bills. She gets 3 Gatorade, something hydrating. It'll be good to help replenish some of the blood lost and also just give them some energy. And she's staring at the glass and looking at all of the different drinks that are available. She can't help but wonder what Jet's favorite drink would have been. She didn't have a chance to ask. She hasn't really known him for very, very long. There's a hard knot in her chest, like a stone. The feeling of missed opportunity, the feeling of losing something being taken from her. And she instead ends up putting all 3 drinks down at the foot of the vending machine, calling a cab to go back to the house.
Adrian, do you say anything during the ride home?
I think he does, but I think like he's dealing with the process of we did it, but at what cost? Seeing like the picture of the room empty, but dead bodies and ashes everywhere. He thinks about his sister, and he starts putting together like a very long paragraph text message of things. Like once he gets like video footage to send, he will send it, but he wants it to be not perfect, just explaining to the best of his ability. But he puts it on pause to look at Wendy and take her in for a moment.
She's just looking outside the window as the city of New York goes by. You guys are over this bridge. The East River is right there, reflecting the moonlight. You start to see, at a distance, the purple hues as the sun is slowly creeping up. You still have time to get back home, but it's that signs of sunrise.
He puts his phone away, not sent yet, slides from like, because opposite side of the cabs, like different windows, and puts an arm around her shoulders and pulls her into like his shoulder chest area because she was crying and wanted to give her that space to do that if she wanted to. Looked like she needed it.
As if everything is already dry. They can't muster any more tears, but they just lay there. You see her playing with what you realize is the teeth that Jet uses to feed. And you guys go in silence. You get back to the house. GA has fallen asleep on the sofa. Wendy just passes by and just goes straight to the basement. Not long after, you hear somebody arrives. Just a little bit of time to see who it is.
Like raises an eyebrow, goes to look through like the peephole of the front door, or like the side curtains to look outside.
Coralie's coming out of a cab.
Raises an eyebrow, like opens the door.
Oh, hey.
Why are you here? Shouldn't you be at the hospital right now?
I can go check on them in the morning. I mean, in a few hours, I guess. Just. And you see Coralie just looks up the stairs in the direction of Jet's room. Just didn't feel right.
You know, he opens the door to fully let you in and closes it. I know we didn't know him long, but it's also okay to grieve someone because you didn't get to know everything about them, too.
Yeah. I don't know, there was just something about him. He seemed to get me.
Yeah.
Feel like it's a loss, a great loss. And you can see tears are beginning to well in Coralie's eyes. You should go to bed. The sun's about to rise.
Looks out and to see like the sky is getting like warmer. And he's like walks over and gently gives you a hug. Like strokes the back of your head.
Coralie awkwardly rubs your back. Yeah. You should stop hugging me. I don't want to cry.
I'm sorry. Takes a few steps back, but puts his hands on your shoulders. But it's okay to do that too. If not with me, take a moment. Okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm gonna, it like points to the basement. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
See you tonight. And then like walks away.
Coralie waits and she goes over into the living room and puts a blanket over Chihei. Then she goes upstairs and she'll lay down like a zombie on Jet's bed, not going underneath the blankets, just on top of everything. She'll just stare at the ceiling until she falls asleep.
And next to you, he probably left it in a hurry, is just his leather jacket. It's kind of like purple with a bunch of eyes on the sleeve and on the back.
I think sometime in the next few hours, Coralie rolls over and she gets a little cold and she'll wrap it over on top of herself in her sleep.
Night passes. Adrian, you awaken once more, and Wendy isn't their cheerful self. They start to pack their things and kind of just take everything that Jet has left. You start to see like certain bags are there. You have a feeling that Jihei and Wendy had a conversation and Jihei is just crying. And Wendy starts to just fiddle their phone.
You would also see Coralie has been up for some time and has been helping Wendy pack things away, especially when it gets a little too hard, and is trying to cook for Chihei. Coralie doesn't really cook.
Jihei just takes care of the cooking, and as Wendy finishes packing, she just hands you, Coralie, the jacket.
Oh, sorry. I must have slept on top of it.
No, he'd want you to have it.
Okay.
And you hear a car pull up outside.
I'll hold my hand out for Wendy's phone and I'll say, I can give you my number. You don't have to be strangers.
And she gives you a foreign number. It's time to go home.
Yeah.
She heads off. Gia just puts down everything and it's like, can we just go to the hospital?
Yeah.
I need to send something real quick, but yeah, we could do that.
Coralie will help Chihei put food into Tupperware, leftovers that we can take with us so that they can have food too. And we'll call a car.
Gia already packed everything as Jet beforehand mentioned that if you succeed in taking care of Austin, then you can just go back. And whoever owns this house, once they return, shouldn't figure out that there were people here. You get to the hospital. It's quite tense. Adrian, you send your message and you get a reply. Instead of a message of excitement, the message just says, "We need to talk."
Okay. Like he doesn't say that, he just like says it out loud. Like not texting, just saying it out loud. The message, I can tell you what the message had said in the first place, but and I'll summarize it. It was essentially apologizing that he had done something, but he was able to find out who killed their grandmother, and had to do something in order to make sure that he could take care of it, and that he apologized that she couldn't be there. But next best thing was ... attached camera footage from the room up into the moment that he died.
And you guys get together again at the hospital. It's a tense moment. Jihei suggests maybe dinner would be nice. You head downtown to the one place that you haven't been in a while. One place that started it all. This old Korean lady welcomes you. The only people here are 5 of you. She sees you, Tinny, Chanyol, with injuries, and she kind of serves you, kind of pretty much dotes on you as food comes out, drinks and everything, and you guys have a moment. She seems happy to see you, and there's a wonderful spread in front of you.
As soon as there's food in my mouth, I'm crying. Just.
Tinny's like rubbing your back while you cry and shoveling food in her mouth at the same time.
Corley's pouring shots for everyone.
That better not be the fruity shit. I hate the fruity shit.
It's the fruity shit, sorry.
Oh, Corley, it's like you don't know me at all.
I refuse to drink. No, this is for me. This is not for you. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to suck it up. I love you, but I cannot stand the original stuff. I will throw up.
Does Adrian have some alchemy yogurt?
Alchemy yogurt, and I would say he would like to partake, even if like he doesn't drink it exactly, but at least like clinking the glasses. Genuine smile, like crinkling at the edges of the eyes because he's feeling the light and heartedness and the happiness, even if it's like a little muted than it normally is. He's just happy to see everyone banged up, but here, alive, breathing, here.
And to think if we had never stumbled into this restaurant because the line at the other place was too long, we wouldn't be here today. And Tinny pours another glass of soju. And she says, "Cheers, queers."
Corley lifts up her shot glass, and to Chanhyul, she says, "You're still a punk ass."
I love you.
You have a way of making me sweat when you walk in the room. My heart skips a beat.